Hey, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching Sakura Angels. We're gonna find out once and for all why Kenta is so important and why a Dark Queen wants him so bad. We carefully make our way to the center of the cave where my worst nightmares lie. The cave seems empty. I think it's too good to be true, however. There's no way it could be this easy. Step after step, we edge closer. Sayaka and Hikari keep to my side, weapons at the ready. Who knows what could be lurking behind the rocks in this place. We've pretty much stumbled right into their lair. I'm surprised these shadow things aren't completely swarming us. You really are more stupid than I thought. A familiar voice floats in, of course. Why wouldn't she be here? Yuzuki! In a flurry of feathers black as the night, she appears beside the crystal, beside her mistress. She clutches her scythe in an overwhelmingly hostile stance and gives us a violent scowl. It seems even she realizes the severity of the situation. To so willingly offer yourself after I spent all those nights hunting you down. You really do have a death wish. But that's fine. I'll give you a quick and painless end. You're all talk! Don't think I can't see how scared you are. You know that this is the end of the line for you. I don't know what you sought to gain from all this, but whatever mad fantasies you might have had in mind are coming to an end. Now! Yuzuki grits her teeth and a bead of sweat creeping across her brow. So she really is scared? Shut up. You don't know anything. I need this. Yuzuki, things don't have to end this way. I know you won't believe me, but I really do understand what you're going through. The pain you feel, maybe we can... I said, shut up. The entire cave quakes under her rage. Debris rains down from above. This is getting dangerous. I don't need your help or your sympathy. I'm fixing things on my own. Everything will be fine once I crack you open like a fire hydrant and let your blood work its magic. My face grows pale as a maddening laugh escapes her lips. How could she say something so twisted? I really did try, but maybe her sanity is too far gone. Can't give up so easily. One more try. Maybe I'll get through to her? I know you're not a bad person, Yuzuki. Just lonely, right? I'm not lonely. At least, I'll never be lonely again once this is over. Kenta, I understand you want to help her, but, well, just look at her. Sayaka looks solemnly toward the Dark Angel. She's right. I give Yuzuki a proper look over for the first time since we arrived here. Also, I'm not sure if it's clicking just yet, but I fixed the font thanks to Steam user Kimchi T, who posted on the Sakura Angels community forums within Steam with a guide on how to fix the text box issue that was bothering me so much. I actually can't tell. I'd have to look at the last episode and then this one, but I replaced the font with Arial font. It renamed it a certain file type that should fix the text wrapping should it happen. If it doesn't, then I did the guide wrong, but and anyway, shout out to Kimchi T on Steam. Her face is crooked, her expression unhinged. Every once in a while, her head gives off a twitch as she clenches the scythe tightly. She seems even worse than she did before. Maybe the darkness has finally eaten away at her? Does the old Yuzuki even exist? I have to admit it, we can't save her. I let out a heavy sigh. Okay, you guys do what you have to do. Sayaka and Hikari nod. They understand that this is going to be a fight with consequences. There's no running away. Each side has too much at stake now. I feel like perhaps you're underestimating me. It's true I had to shamefully turn tail at our last encounter, but... Yuzuki grunts and a dark aura begins to set in around her. This is new. We're fighting on my home turf. I have a direct connection to her here. I can feel her within me. I can't lose now. Not with her on my side. She lets out another crazed laugh as the cavern gives a violent rumble. I don't think this is all talk. Sayaka and Hikari might really have their work cut out here. Now then, die. Yuzuki closes the distance between us in a blink of an eye and heaves her scythe up high. I can't tell if she's aiming for me specifically or hoping to catch us all in a single crushing blow. Ah, look out! Sayaka tugs on my arm and pulls me away with Akari jumping to the opposite side. The ground where I was standing just moments ago is shattered, only a crater and the smoldering of dark magic remaining in the wake of her scythe. Unreal. Sayaka hadn't reacted in time. I shudder to think. Yuzuki sets her sights on me again, lifting the deadly scythe up for another attack. Oh god. Give me a second. Woo! I hiccuped. And it didn't feel great. I wonder if the other girls are even registering her in her crazed eyes right now. I must be the top priority. If she gets me, she wins. She attempts to kick off the ground, but Akari bursts from the side and catches her off guard, locking blades with her. Oh no you don't! If you want him, you have to get through me first! That can't be. Or that can be arranged. The pair grit teeth as they push against one another, the magic practically crackling around them in a fierce storm. Yuzuki must be stronger than ever right now, yet Hikari seems to be able to stand her ground, her feet sinking slightly into the ground as the pressure pushes against her. She must be pushing well past her limits to even be able to stand a chance against this monster. I can already see the strain it must be putting on her body as sweat takes over her face. Go! I'll hold her. Off! You guys, end this! I don't know what my voice just did there, but... Woo! She hisses through gritted teeth, her feet beginning to slip. Hikari! You can't possibly... I said go! Her voice booms and the magic around her violently crackles. I've never seen her like this before. Or do you want all of this to be for nothing? I can keep her at bay for a little while longer. No problem. That's... I give her a worried look, but Sayaka tugs on my arm once more and urges me toward the crystal. Come on! She's right. She's tougher than she lets on, and I'm sure she'll be fine. Even Sayaka doesn't sound so sure of that herself. I just have to trust Hikari and end this before she slips up. I nod and we hurry ever closer to the center of all this chaos. I can still hear the clash of magic behind me along with pained cries. Can't look back now though. She'll be fine. We're almost there. Just a few more steps closer and... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Sayaka preps her bow and shoots a sharp look toward the rocks scattered around in the distance. Huh? What do you mean? Harsh guttural growls fill the air and several of those demonic, almost dog-looking shadows I've encountered before make their presence known. And several more. They circle us and block off the crystal completely. Great. Okay, this is not a problem. We end up back to back and we face off against the ever-enclosing circle of shadows. Their fangs are bared and there's nothing but hate for us in those burning eyes of theirs. Should have known things weren't going to be this easy. Of course she wasn't going to just rely on Yuzuki to defend her. Any, ideas? I was going to ask you that. I think we know we're done for when we have to rely on me for ideas. Please tell me you're joking. The monsters close in. They're acting like an intelligent pack of sorts, ensuring there's no escape for their prey. Oh, I've got it! Why didn't I think of it sooner? There's a glimmering light as Sayaka's bow fades out of view and I feel something begin to form on her back. Ah, the wings! Of course. We could just fly out of this. As much as I hate flying, I'm willing to make an exception for this one time. Hold on tight, Kenta! I take a solid grip of both the Sayaka's hands and she kicks off the ground right as the shadows around us decide to make their move. It's a close call. I just about feel the snarling heat from one of the savage beasts growls as we lift into what little vertical space we have in the cave. That was easy enough. Next up, the Dark Queen. We sail through the air, our goal in sight. Okay, I think we might actually make it this time. Ah! Sayaka lets out a pained gasp and our momentum grinds to a halt. Her grip loosens considerably on one of my hands. Sayaka? Ah, this is no good. One of them must have nicked me on the side before we could get away. She forces out an awkward laugh as we begin to wobble in the air, her grip on my other hand also slipping. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be able to keep us up here. I throw a glance down to see the snapping of a pack of savage monsters almost right at our heels. Things are looking bleak. Sayaka debates something as we sink ever lower into our demise. No, we're so close. Well, I trust you'll be able to set everything right, Kenta. I won't be there to help you, but like I said I would. But I believe in you. Her voice is pained, weak. The little nick must have hurt more than she's letting on. Sayaka? What are you saying? You can do it. I know you can. What? A burst of energy detonates at my back almost like a gust of wind. It splits me from Sayaka's hold and sends me hurtling towards the crystal where she lies. Sayaka must have known she wouldn't be able to carry me here, so she boosted me across with magic? But then what happened to her? Ah! I land with a gentle thud at the foot of the crystal. Seems her magic was even set to cushion my fall. Sayaka. I throw a glance over my shoulder. She isn't in the air anymore. Right below her was... No. I refuse to believe it. She'll be fine. Just need to end this. Now! I turn back to face the crystal with more determination than ever. They're both out here risking their lives for me. Can't let them down. I stare down the crystal and try my best to ignore the headache that thumps like a jackhammer. Naturally, it's the most intense it's ever been. But I can't let the pain get to me. This? This is nothing. I could just about make out a human-like form embedded within the crystal, though I can't make out any discerning features. You. This is all your fault. Because of you, Sayaka and Hikari are hurt. It's unforgivable. I hold up my right hand to pull back my sleeve. Drawn on the back of my hand is a supposedly mystic symbol. Something that Sayaka and Hikari had scribbled on the night previous. They said this should help in drawing out any power that might lie dormant in me, if I am unexperienced enough not to be in full control of it myself. So it's sort of like a siphon that could bring up magic with ease. Okay, so whatever fix I did, I must have done it wrong. That's no big deal. I give the hand a flex and the symbol glows. Okay, so far so good. Now I just have to... I steady my nerves. Not sure what's going to happen when I do this, but I have to be prepared. Can't stand around and hesitate forever though. Not with everything going on around me. Sayaka, Hikari, I can do this. I thrust my hand out and make contact with the crystal. There's an immediate response as a violent current jolts through me. That's fine though. It was to be expected. No problem. It hurts, but I felt worse. Is this the best you've got? I press my hand deeper into the crystal's surface. Pain gradually grows stronger and a terrified shriek floods my ears. And it's not from any of the girls in the cavern. It's from her. She knows what's about to happen. Well, she could cry all she wants, but it's not going to change a damn thing. Amidst all this chaos, I need to clear my mind. Filter out all the noise. A near impossible task with the current state of things, but I have to try. From what I was told, magic is controlled mostly through thought. Spells need to be envisioned, created within the mind. Apparently those with vivid imaginations are often the kind that excel with this sort of thing. I'm not sure if I've ever been much of a creative type, but there's a first for everything. I need to envision a prison, a closed-off space. Something unbreakable, closed off from the outside world. Something so secure that this will never happen again. And then I bind that prison just like my ancestor did before me with my own soul. I have to tie myself to all of this and remain the only key capable of unlocking it. I'm not sure if it's working, but the pain is rising with each passing moment I spend connected to this thing. I feel faint. Might pass out at any moment. But I have to stand strong. I grit my teeth and let out a pained groan. Why isn't this working? Am I not imagining the spell correctly? I was sure I had it down perfectly. I continue to repeat the process, my strength sapping rapidly as I struggle to keep upright. It's no use. This is completely futile. No matter how hard I try, nothing seems to change. Maybe I lack the magical compatibility just as I feared? Ah! Damn it! In a fit of rage, I clutch my hand free into a fist and give the accursed crystal a good punch. It responds in turn and lets out one final jolt of magic through my body before the pain dies down. As does the screaming. The resealing has been completed. You're kidding me. All I had to do was punch the damn thing? I don't... Wait. I remember now. From what I was taught that night. While most magic could be done with just a dormant hand, in some cases, like the sealing, the other hand was required to complete the circuit and let the magic flow properly. How on earth did I forget something as simple as that at such a crucial time? I'm such an idiot. I almost feel like laughing. In fact, having perhaps finally lost it after all the things I've been subjected to in the recent days, I let out a feeble laugh as I toppled over backwards, my strength draining from me completely. And as darkness takes over, I pass out and at least safe in the knowledge that I did it. I actually won. Here I am, back in my dreams. And there's nothing here. She's gone. For good this time, I hope. Maybe now I can start to have more normal dreams. Start to live out a more normal life again. I roam the vast void with nothing to fear this time. Peace at last. Ah! Except for the bright light, that's not peaceful at all. Oh shit, I'm blind. I slowly come to my senses. I'm on a cold, rough, uneven surface. Stones scatter as I try to move my legs. Where am I? I squint through a harsh light and try to make sense of things. Sleeping on the job? What a surprise. What are we going to do with you? That's what that said. I hear a familiar voice. One that's stern, yet there's a surprising amount of affection to it. Unusually so. I have a hunch who it could be, but I wonder. It's Hikari! Haha! I knew it! Hikari? It really is her. She's okay. Thank God. None other. You didn't hit your head on the way down, did you? Okay, yeah, it's Sakura. Despite her usual scolding words, I can't help but there's a softer edge to them. Oh, stop with the grammar. It's bad! But maybe I'm just imagining things? And maybe I'm just imagining that smile too as she leans down to help me up. Is it over? She helps me up to a sitting position and I slowly regain my senses. Yes, the Dark Queen is sealed again, all thanks to you. I had my doubts that things were actually going to end well, with that monster Yuzuki about to finish a job. But it looks like maybe you are hero material after all. Glad to see that you're okay. And sorry you had to take such stupid risks because of me. No, don't apologize. You did nothing wrong. I'll always gladly put my life on the line for you, Kenta. Ah, she did it again. She said something super embarrassing without realizing it. I'm sure any moment now she'll realize her mistake and her face will go an interesting shade of red again. Or stays that same sincere smile that the more I look at, the more I can feel my heart to begin to throb. Okay, maybe she just didn't realize what she said? I'm sure I can still get a reaction out of her somehow. Just need to say something like, so, you must really care about me, huh? Unflinching in the face at my question, she takes a moment to think things over before. Yes, I do. Her smile remains even if her cheeks are flaring up. What is this? Now I'm the one getting all flustered here. What the heck are you saying? You idiot. I'm not sure if she can tell that I'm being genuine or just making fun of her here. I honestly can't tell it myself at this point. Do I really have to spell it out for you? She's getting close now. Way too close. But not close enough. Hey, what are you... She hangs me up to a standing position before it brings both of her arms around me in a warm embrace. Oh. Oh. She doesn't say anything and simply holds me. I'm fairly sure I can feel the intense heat radiating from her face, however. I'm almost scared to reciprocate here in case I ruin everything. She's unpredictable enough that anything I might do end with me flat on my back again. We stand together awkwardly for an indeterminate amount of time. I think there's supposed to be something sweet about this moment. I'm not so sure anymore. Still, I'm glad she's okay. Things were looking bleak back there. Both her and... Sayaka! Huh? What? I awkwardly blurt out her name and Sakura stumbles backward at a loss for words. Maybe that wasn't the best time. Sorry. Is Sayaka okay? She gives me a sour look before huffing out in a sigh. She's completely fine. Oh, thank God. As is that other troublemaker. She scoffs and throws a sneer towards some other part of the cave. It's amazing how quickly I was able to turn things around from heartwarming to having her revert back to her usual annoyed self. Other troublemaker? Oh, she has to mean Yuzuki? She's okay too? She's really lucky to be okay. And after all she's done to us, I don't know if she deserves that. She motions over somewhere. Come, I'll show you. Idiot. I follow after her as she takes off at a pace far too fast for my unsteady legs. Hey, slow down. Look, see, they're fine. And apparently they're more important to you than me. She thrusts out a violent finger towards Sayaka, who's standing guard close by an unconscious Yuzuki. Ah, there they are! Sayaka's safe and sound and the same blinding grin on her face as usual, as she greets us with a friendly chirp. That's a relief. Yuzuki looks a bit more worse for wear, her outfit in tatters and bearing a multitude of bruises that cover her body. But the important thing is that she's alive, which I can safely say is true from the gentle rise and fall of her chest. You know, you could have taken your time getting over here. I understand if you two want your, alone time. We would have done if Mr. Dents over here didn't insist on marching right on over to see you. Not really sure what to make of this. She continues to say such embarrassing things without a care in the world. Is this really Hikari? Wait, Dents? Who's Dents here? Oh, you should have seen her, Kenta. Once the resealing was done, she was in such a frenzy to reach you. I've never seen something so adorable. Yeah, is Kenta okay? I'll go get him, you watch over Yuzuki. She puffs out her chest and puts on a silly voice as she recalls the moment. Is this supposed to be her Hikari impression? I see. That's all you've got to say to such a heartfelt moment? If I'm being honest, I really didn't know Hikari cared for me this much. I thought she was just shy in general around people before. I mean, she's always been there for me, putting her life on the line, and after today, realized there's perhaps a bit more to it than just her working out of duty. But I've been through so much these last few moments, I'm really not sure how to process it all.
Just fucking smooch her, dude. It's obvious she wanted to smooch. You coulda just slipped her a little bit of tongue.
All I can do is stand with my mouth slightly ajar. Well, better luck next time, Hikari. It looks like he's already fallen for me and there's nothing that can change his mind. She lets out a cackle as she jabs at Hikari's side, whose mood sours with each increasing poke. Don't poke the wild animal, Sayaka. She continues to prod. I fear for her safety. Okay, I know it's 23 minutes in, and that's about the time I usually end these episodes. I'm gonna let this go longer, just because I think this may be the finale. And if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, it's that lovely time of the video again where I plug in my camera so it doesn't die on me. There we go. And silence my phone. Sweet. Hikari opens her mouth. I can see the fire in her eyes. Something bad is going to happen here. Okay, that does it. Sayaka, I'm really going to... Huh? Yuzuki stirs, forcing the pair back into their serious mode. Oh, thank God. Oh, hey. She winces and gives us all an intense look over. Slowly, she comes to the realization of what has happened. It's over, isn't it? I lost. Afraid so. She's gone completely now. My queen. I can't feel her at all. She seems a lot more subdued now. The madness is gone, and in its place all I can see is a sad girl. One that was misguided. But I was so close. I could have... damn it. She thumps a feeble fist against the floor. There's no strength left at all. So, what? Are you all here to gloat? Hey now! You should be thankful I spared your life back then. I could have easily sliced you in two the moment that power left you. Maybe it would have been better if you did. I have no reason to be alive now. I'm a failure. Don't say that. I can't stand aside any longer while she puts herself down like this. I push past Sayaka and Hikari to face her. Yuzuki meets me with some surprise in her eyes, but it quickly turns to the same look of defeat she had a moment ago. Why not? It's the truth, isn't it? I was so desperate for some kind of companionship in my life that I willingly gave my life to her. She told me everything I wanted to hear, that everyone would worship and obey me if I helped her. What? That's the biggest load of nonsense I've ever... It does sound stupid, I know. To think that I did all of this in the vain hope it would get me friends. I wasn't thinking straight. I became so obsessed with it that I never thought to even once question anything. So she isn't a bad person, just misguided, and did the wrong things for an innocent enough goal. Can't help but feel sorry for her, for things that to have ended up this way. And now with the one chance I had at ever obtaining my goal gone, why should I continue to live? It's hopeless. I see. Sayaka cups a hand to her chin and nods to herself as if intensely thinking about what she's been told. I think I know an easy solution to all of this. You do? Yep. Sayaka bounces forward and extends a hand to Yuzuki, a blinding smile upon her face. We'll be your friends, Yuzuki. Oh, look at that. Her outfit magically fixed itself. Yuzuki is taken aback by the sudden gesture but not as much as Hikari. We will? Really? Of course. You don't seem like a bad person. I think you're just going about things the wrong way. She tried to kill us, Sayaka. How can you say she's not? And that's all in the past. I'm fairly sure you've tried to kill me several times too, Hikari. Is this some kind of trick? Are you mocking me? No tricks. Me, Kenta, and even Hikari are all happy to be your friends. Right, guys? Sure. I have no problems with that. Now, just hold on. Right, Hikari? Sayaka twists her head to meet Hikari in a most unnatural fashion, her smile widening. It's like something out of a horror movie. Right. You guys... Yuzuki doesn't know how to process this. Her face flickers through a range of emotions before she settles on a smile, the faint trace of tears bubbling in the corners of her eyes. I don't deserve any of this. Why are you being so nice? Aw, don't be like that. Everyone deserves friends. Who cares if you might have done a few silly things before? True friends overlook those sort of things. Not really sure if we should be fully overlooking the fact that she was a twisted dark angel before, but Sayaka still has a good point. Now, come on. Let's get out of this creepy cave and put this all in the past. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling pretty exhausted right about now. And so, after perhaps the most dramatic moments of my life, we all exit the cave with the hope that we never have to return. A long-lost evil was put back in its place, and we made a new friend today. All in all, I'd say it's been a fairly eventful day. Thankfully, thanks to Yuzuki, we find an alternative way out of the cave that didn't involve squeezing ourselves into an impossibly small tunnel. I'm not sure I could have made the journey back if that were the case. I can actually think clearly now. The headaches are gone. For good, I hope. We emerge back into the forest, the warm, vibrant rays of the sun, a welcome change after being in that cave for so long. Ah, fresh air at last! Sayaka bounds out a few steps ahead to take in the crisp air. Hikari and Yuzuki are trailing behind, seemingly still not comfortable with one another. Guess they always had the biggest rivalry during their encounters. Well, that took less time than I thought it would. Looks like we still have plenty of the day. She continues to radiate optimism as she takes in the sights, but can't shake the one question that's been on my mind since we started this whole crusade. What happens now? I mean, did we just fix the one reason that you guys needed to be here? Oh! It seems she realizes what I mean, or as her smile shrinks. And it seems like that reaction answered my question for me. Well... You're right. Our business is done here. They both give me solemn looks. I knew it. I didn't want to accept it, but I knew this was going to happen. Wait, you're just going to leave now? I thought you promised... Hey! Who said anything about us leaving? It's true that we have no official reason to stay any longer, But I think we've got a lot of holiday time that we could cash in. Right, Hikari? Holidays? What on earth are you? That smile. That look. It cuts Hikari off mid-sentence as she changes her mind about things. I think I'm quickly learning who's the boss in this group. Yes, of course. We've got plenty of free time we can take off. See? It isn't goodbye yet, so don't you worry, guys. I wouldn't be so mean as to deprive you all of me. And we'll make the most of the time we have together, as friends. There's still so much around here I have to try. She trails off into a list of things that she wants to do as Sakura struggles to come to terms with their impromptu holiday. I'm guessing whichever top secret magic organization they belong to isn't going to be happy when they learn about this. Still, I'm somewhat relieved that they'll be sticking around for a bit longer, even if only for a while. While things have certainly been crazy these past few days, I definitely can't say I hated all of it. The parts where things were trying to kill me were bad, sure, but I really had a lot of fun. I've never really had much of a social life these days, so all these experiences had been pretty new to me in more than one way. They haven't been my guardian angels, they've also been my friends. Damn good ones at that. Okay, so maybe Sayaka's jokes can be a bit much and Hikari can be a little bossy at times, but that just adds to their charm. They pulled me into a completely new and unknown world when we first met, and I might have been just a tiny bit reluctant at first about accepting things. I wouldn't change any of these experiences for the world, though. I feel they've helped shape me into a better person, pulled me out of whatever shell I might have been hiding away in these past years. I can't help but smile as my guardians break into an argument once more. Not even sure what started it this time. I need to make sure I enjoy the little time I have left with them before they leave. Probably for good. It's a bit depressing to know that this won't last forever, but then that's all the more incentive to make this time count and create as many happy memories as possible. I'm going to kill you! Calm down, it was just a joke. Kenta, protect me! You lot are certainly a strange bunch. Yep. Happy memories. Is that the game? Is that it? Oh, hey! And there's still more. I wake up feeling better than ever. No headaches, no feeling of having dreamt something terrible. Just bliss. It's been about a week now since we resealed the Dark Queen, and true to their word, Sayaka and Hikari have stuck around. They continue to go to school, and we continue to hang out, making the most of the free time we have. They still insist on camping outside, though. There's really no need for that since there haven't been any more monster attacks. Maybe they've just gotten used to it? Or they're just as stubborn as ever, I don't know. I guess it's not that bad. I'm just surprised they haven't been caught yet. And when that time comes, I'm only going to say I told them so. There's a knock on my door. I wonder who it is. Kenta? Are you awake yet? Everyone else is already here and, well, we're hungry. Yeah, come on in. Okay. The handle goes down slowly before she gradually opens the door. Even as she steps in, she does so with a hand covering her eyes like she was expecting to see something indecent. Relieved to see that I am in fact dressed, she greets me with a smile. Oh, good morning. Morning! The smile is something I'm still having to adjust to. Something definitely changed for us back then in the cave. I don't know how to put it, but she's more friendly? Like a lot of the grumpiness will still show up from time to time, but she smiles a lot more now, which is nice. Definitely suits her. She stands by awkwardly as if unsure what to do with herself. Wait, you mentioned that everyone is here and hungry, right? Huh? Yes. Why? And you, left Sayaka unsupervised? I'm not sure what you... Her eyes widen as she comes to the realization. Yeah. Maybe it's not too late. I hope not. We both race down and are met with what I feared the most. Sayaka, stop! Sayaka and Yuzuki are in the kitchen, making something. Maybe it started out as a bowl of cereal at some point? I'm really not sure anymore. Ooh, and hand me that, and that! And we've gotta add some of this in there too. Interesting. I never knew you had such an eye for these things, Sayaka. Yuzuki responds calmly as she hands over whatever Sayaka instructs, only further adding to the mess. She acknowledges me with a nod of her head before returning to the mayhem. Since we started hanging out, it's been a gradual process of her opening up more to us. She's still pretty quiet most of the time and won't dive into many conversations, but I think she enjoys our company. Must be tough for her to adjust to things after she's finally obtained these friends she's so desired after all these years. Sure, it won't be long until she's out of her shell with Sayaka and Hikari at the helm, though. They seem to be able to bring out the best in people. I greet her back with a nod of my head, but my eyes are quickly fixed at Sayaka, who is a high-level threat at the moment. A desperate cries go unheard. They're having way too much fun here. Now then, I'm sure this is supposed to go in here too. Probably. Kenta, she isn't listening to reason. Do I have permission to? Please do. Sayaka, stand back. Hikari leaps into action and slides over the counter almost like an action hero would do, before she shoots a bolt of magic from her fingertips, evaporating the foul substance that Sayaka might have called breakfast. Phew. Crisis averted. Ah! What the heck was that for? You know fine well. Sayaka sighs and flaps her arms in defeat. I was just trying to be nice and prepare breakfast for you guys while you were being all lovey-dovey upstairs. Lovey-dovey? Sayaka, I think you've... Oh, you don't have to hide it from me. I can always pick up on these sorts of things. Just say the word and Yuzuki and I will head off early and give you two some alone time. Sayaka, I'm going to... Hikari is practically shaking at this point, her entire face flushed with either anger or embarrassment. Maybe both? Apparently proud of herself, Sayaka skips out of the kitchen with Yuzuki in tow. Well, looks like we'll have to get something to eat on the way to school. Hikari? Hikari hasn't said anything since Sayaka left. She simply stands there, like a statue. Are we... She mumbles just barely audible as I lean in closer and strain my ears. Are we really... lovey-dovey? I really don't know how to respond to that. Are we? I mean, we've definitely gotten a lot closer to each other this past week after the resealing. She's been a lot nicer to me and has always tried her best to drag me out of Sayaka's grasp during the school breaks, which is a tough feat to do sometimes. I think my arms might just be that extra little bit longer than before. I mean, if you want to be. She lets out a yelp and scrubs her hands through her hair, frantically catching me off guard. No. What am I saying? It's Sayaka. She's really getting to me. Kenta, I hope you didn't hear that. I offer her a smile to reassure her. Sayaka can say what she wants, but I think we both already know what we are. Hikari, it's fine. Don't worry. I'm happy with where we are. Let's just, take things one step at a time, okay? Just ignore Sayaka. She nods. Phew. I was worried I might have said something wrong there. You can never know for sure with Hikari. So let's put all this behind us and head out to get some breakfast. Yes, that sounds nice. Okay guys, Huh? Sayaka and Yuzuki are already gone. She really did give us time alone. I suppose we better catch up to them. Knowing Sayaka, she's probably already miles away though. I start to slip on my shoes, but something tugs at my sleeve. Hikari? She has a bashful look about her. Can we maybe go at our own pace? I'm sure they'll be fine without us. Saying that, she hooks her arm around mine. Oh! Okay. Sure, no problem. I'm still struggling to adapt to this new Hikari, but I think I'm getting there. Arm in arm, we head out the front door ready to tackle whatever challenges might await us. That's the game! Eh? There it is! Alright, so that has been Sakura Angels. Yeah, it picked up around the middle. Started picking up towards the end, but the beginning was kinda eh. Kenta's still worst protagonist. Okay, maybe not worst, I've been pretty harsh on Kenta. But it's like typical slice of life anime protagonist, like, come on, man. We've seen it so many times before, it's just, I don't know, it's a little old. I do like Sayaka and Hikari, they're funny characters. I mean, obviously they're anime tropes, but they're fun. Their voices are hard as shit to do. I'm not a voice actor. It's really difficult. There were a lot of just spelling and grammar errors. Like, dude, get people to proofread your shit. It's not hard to do as long as you have like 2 friends that are literate or know anything about grammar. But maybe I'm just being too harsh. I don't know. I played a lot of visual novels at this point, so I don't know. Maybe I just don't like seeing the same mistakes being repeated. I would still say Sakura's spirit is better. This one was just a lot more self-contained, and I really like that aspect. But anyway, that's it for Sakura Angels. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.